Welcome to The Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back to my podcast, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. Today, I have a special guest. I have known her for 30 years, probably more than 30 years now, actually. And she has a business, and I wanted her to share her business. We're at the top of a new year, and everyone's trying to turn over a new leaf and get healthy. And she has a really great business that I think everyone should know about. And I wanted to share that with you guys today. So on Elevation Entrepreneur, we do this segment every so often, and we talk to entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs. We talk to veteran entrepreneurs to see why they got involved in their business, how they came to be doing what they're doing. And today we'll be talking with Chantel Lankford, and she is the owner of Get Fit with Chantel. Chantel, welcome to the Queen's Lair. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am good. So tell us, how did you get started in this business? What exactly do you do with Get Fit Chantel? Let the listeners know.
Well, let me see. What I do is I work with a majority of women, but I do work with men too, who are looking to work with fitness, get themselves back in fit. A lot of us these days, especially women, we get wrapped up in our day-to-day life, kids, husband, family, house. We forget about us because we're always doing everything for everyone else. So I just want women to take time, 20 minutes, 30 minutes out of their day to work on them, because we forget about us, we forget to do, the spending our little quality time with us, that me time that we all need. I learned that the hard way by finding out I had thyroid disease.
Wow, we're going to actually talk about that too, because, January is Thyroid Disease Awareness Month. And this is, I think a lot of a subject matter that a lot of people do not talk about. There's different types of things. I know that one of the ladies on The Reel has Hashimoto's disease, and all of these things have to do with the thyroid and actually can affect your reproductive system. Your thyroid keeps your whole body in balance. It's weight gain, all these different things. So before we get into that, I think you're right when you talk about it's so important for us, especially as women, to take care of ourselves. People always think that, you put your children first, your husband first, but you got to put yourself first, because if you are pouring from an empty cup, you'll have nothing to give your family. So you really do have to look out for you first. And then you work with your family, your husband, your children, all of that. So tell me about tell me a little bit about the thyroid disease. Like, how did you even find out that was what was going on?
Well, with that, it had been going on for years. My husband was military. So the military insurance, you go by a certain formulary. And it's not just the military. Anybody insurance go by formulary. So I kept going to my doctor with all these different symptoms I was having, like hair loss. I was freezing. All of a sudden, I just became very ashy. And so my doctor, main thing she kept checking was my blood work for my thyroid, but it kept coming back in normal range. So she couldn't send me to the specialist. And then final straw was when my mother's best friend ended up having emergency thyroid surgery. And when I asked her what it was, she was like, I don't know. You're going to have to Google it. So I Googled it, and it had like 10 symptoms, telling you the different types, what the things could be to lead up to thyroid disease. And I had like 9 of them. I had already experienced like 9 of them. So that's when my doctor sent me to the specialist because I had over half of the symptoms. And that's with most insurances, they wait to see if you're going to have symptoms of whatever you complaining you got problems with. And then that's how I found out I had thyroid disease. By that time, my mother had passed. Who was I going to ask about this? Nobody in my family knew about it. None of my friends heard of it. So I was like completely lost.
Really want to start like working out and getting healthy? Was it because of the thyroid diagnosis that you were like, okay, I got to do something?
That was my main reason. I had two reasons. It was my thyroid, and at the time, I was told that my position at my job was going to be ending because I work from home, and I didn't want to go into the office. Mm-hmm. So with my thyroid, to start with that one, when I found out about it, I didn't research it because I was distraught. I was lost. I think for a long time I was confused. So I just basically ignored it.
Wow.
So when I realized that I couldn't tie my own shoe and I was like breathing extremely hard, like I was only like 45 years old. That's something wrong. I'm 45. Why can't I bend over and tie my shoe?
Yeah.
That's when I was like, you know what? You got this platform right in front of you that you done had for years. You need to turn the TV on and start doing what you need to do. The reality slapped me in my face when my middle daughter graduated. And then I was like, what am I going to do? I still had the baby girl and activities, but because my life was focused around all their activities, I never really thought of what I was going to do when they grew up and leave. Right. If that makes any sense, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep. Exactly.
So then I was like, you know what? I need to focus on me.
What program did you find? Like, what was the fitness program that you got into?
So I'm a big Sean T fan. Straight from Hip Hop Abs. I did Hip Hop Abs a long time ago in my younger years, and I was like, I'm going to pull out those DVDs. So I went searching for my DVDs. But when you got daughters, sometimes your stuff get ghost. So my DVDs disappeared. So I called my oldest, and she was like, oh, yeah, I got them. Well, now she's staying in New York, so that was not going to happen. So I went back on, Beachbody. And now we know they done upgraded, so it's not, you can still get the DVDs if you want to, but you could get it, you can stream it. So I went ahead and got the app and streamed it down. Sean T had just came out with this workout called Transform 20. It was 20 minutes a day. That was right up my alley to get myself back into working out because I was like, I don't want to do a 45-minute workout. I don't want to work out for an hour. I just need something that I can do really quick because yet my baby girl was still she was still dancing for the band. We still going to competitions, and she was doing track at the same time, track meet. So I was still busy.
You had limited time, so you had to
find I needed
something
to fit it in.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Like most moms, they have to find something that's quick, a 30-minute workout, 20-minute workout, something that they can get through. Understandable. Yeah, I get that.
And with hypothyroid, because I'm hypothyroid, with hypo, you retain water. So
that's what would make you bloated.
Right. And a lot of people, it's different for everyone else, even though hypo is going to make you retain water no matter who has it. But it affects other people differently because it's a hormonal disease. So I have lost 55 pounds since I started.
Wow.
But then my first, 7-8 months, I lost 25 because I was going to have surgery. Within that same year, I had to have major surgery because of some health issues. And she was like, my doctor was like, well, because of your age, you may take a little bit longer to heal. Now, mind you, I just started my workout. I was like, no, I can't take longer than 6 weeks to heal because I need to get back to my workout because if not, hypo is going to take over and I'm going to lose everything I worked hard to get rid of. And she was like, you'll be fine. And I was like, oh no, that ain't working. So in my mind, I needed to lose 25 pounds before I went into surgery. So therefore, I knew my body would heal a little bit faster. So by the time I went into surgery, I had lost 20 pounds. which was fine because that was like my range.
Mm-hmm.
So my healing time wouldn't be as long, so that I can get back to my workout, because that's all I kept saying. Can I go to workout now? Can I get back to workout? She was like, no, Chantel, not yet. I was dead set on getting back to my regimen. One of the basic packages that I normally would talk to a person about is, first of all, I got to see where they're coming from. What are they really looking for, working on with them? Because everybody has different reasons for what they're trying to do. And I always recommend, and a lot of people, and so, and I start you off with that. Along with, we're going to figure out which workout is going to work best for your schedule. Mm-hmm. Now, if you say, hey, I want to try this workout, I'm not going to say no unless it's not a beginner or intermediate workout that I think you'll be able to want to start off with in the beginning. Because you don't want to start off with something that's going to injure you because you haven't worked out in so long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so something slow.
And so then we'll go there. And then that's how we'll start. So like, I would recommend you get the shake or try the samples first. If you think that you're not going to like the shake, we do have where you can try samples of all the flavors, and then you go from there.
So now, what do you suggest? Like, I know that snacking is a big thing now that we are pretty much in the house a lot because of the pandemic. There's not the same, velocity of events happening around the city the way, in the different cities where people live. There's events happening, but it's not like how it was. So we do spend a lot of time in our homes. What are some like healthy snack ideas that you can do for your family?
Okay, now we do have a whole nutritionist program also on our app where you can get different recipes and ideas of things to cook healthy and snacks, breakfast, lunch, dinner, all types of things that you want to try different that will keep you in the, the good eating healthy range. For me, I like, I'm trying to think of the name of them. I call them protein balls, but that's not exactly what they're called. Where you have, it's oat. I use Quaker oats, some peanut butter, a little bit of honey, flaxseed seeds, chia seeds, and I put raisins in mine because raisins are very good. Mm-hmm. And you roll them up into a ball, and you put them in the refrigerator. They get cold, and that's what we use as our snack. It's, peanut butter. The peanut butter sticks it together. It's very good. It's just so good. You can put chocolate chips in them, or you can put raisins.
Oh,
my
yeah.
kids don't like raisins as much, so we have to do half and half. I don't mind the chocolate chips.
Yeah, I'd probably go for the chocolate chips too.
Yeah.
So that sounds good. They sound a lot like protein balls. They have that sort of. That's good. That's actually a good one. I might have to try that one. Okay, so what's another one that you like?
Now, for me, I do like a lot of times I'll get like apples and cut them up and do the apples and peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
That's convenient. That's something quick. I don't know other people. I have me an apple cutter. People call me bougie. I bought the apple cutter because I got tired of slicing it, and you just put the cutter on top of the apple and push it down. Bam! And you got your 8 slices. The core is, you throw the core away and you're good to go. And that works good when you got kids. So you don't have all the time to be sitting there cutting all the time. Just take the apple cutter, slice that mess up, and keep going. But I love to do the apples and peanut butter because that's so quick. And you can put it in a Ziploc baggie. You can get you a little bowl of peanut butter, a little cup if you got the little cup. Now, with Beachbody also, or you can go to Dollar Store and get these little proportion bowls where you can get the little ones where you can put your little condiments like peanut butter or a little salad dressing in and take it with you. And I put it in that. If I gotta go on the go, then I'm dipping my peanut butter as I'm driving down the street. My apples and my peanut butter, and I'm driving.
Wow.
Quick on the go, something kids to snack with. Get them full, the juice in the apples, they healthy. You're good to go.
Well, that's definitely really good because I know that parents are always looking for quick things. They're always looking for, and it kind of hits the sweet tooth too because of the peanut butter. So you're kind of killing two birds with one stone. You're quelling that, you're taking care of the healthy side, but then you're also kind of killing the sweet tooth. And it's going to be better for you than a slice of cake, which we all love and want sometimes. But
yes. Now, don't get me wrong, I do get my sweet, but it's all moderation. You can still eat it, you just got to do it in moderation.
Yeah, definitely. So, tell us, what do you like to do? Like, your hobbies. Like, what is, like, a hobby that you like to do that has nothing to do with your business or anything to do, like, what do you do for self-care? Like, do you do pampering? What's something that you really love to do?
Oh, most definitely. I love to go get a nice massage. I love to go sit in somebody else's chair. Let them massage me. Like, yes, that's like heaven. And I do that.
Yeah.
I do it once every 2 weeks, which I said I was going to move it up to once a week, but my schedule does not allow that. But I need to stick to them every 2 weeks. But I love doing that. And I've been hopping massages. I have a massage person, and now they hurt their knees, so I've been trying to find someone else until they come back.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, where do I go now? I really need a massage. Because sometimes, also when you're working out, you do a different workout. Sometimes your muscles get tensed up. Now you can foam roll them, which I do. I love the foam roll. That's like heaven to me, because I feel my muscles loosening up as I'm foam rolling. But it's nothing like that massage. It's just something about people that do massages. It's hard to explain. If you haven't had one or went to the spa, go do it.
It is something about a massage to just lay out and just completely just go limp on the table, and somebody to just work out all the kinks. Oh my gosh. Okay. People, ladies listening, men too, everybody, if you have not really treated yourself to a full body massage from head to toe, and where I go to get massages, they even do scalp massages. That will knock you straight out. You'll be out like a light. It is so good. So good. All right, so tell us what your future plans are for Get Fit with Chantel. Like, what are some of your goals that you want to reach for your business?
My number one goal is to reach as many people, I say people, women especially, and let them know that it's okay to take 30 minutes for you. No matter how hectic your life is, you got to take that time out for you. I realized that with my job is very demanding. And if I wasn't the person that I was, because my husband's in the military, I'm always been a family person. So when I did interviews back in the days, it was like when they ask you the one thing, that one question, it was, I need to know if you're going to be able to, I'm the only parent for my kids. And if something arises, is it going to be a problem if I have to leave? And most of my jobs back in the day were okay with that, because this was a military town. But I know there's a lot of jobs that are not. And I don't know if I'd have been able to work there, because my kids was my life. And if something happened, I had to go immediately. So I know that there's a lot of women out there like me, and your kids is your life, no matter what. Or your family is your life. Not even your kids, your parents, whoever is your life. But make sure you take that time out for yourself, because that's more important. Because what happened is you get wrapped up in everything else, and guess what? Now your health is going down, it's being depleted, and you wondering why, because you thinking you doing everything you're supposed to be doing for yourself. I'm saying this from experience. And now it's like, well, dog, how'd I get hypothyroid disease and my brothers don't have nothing? We from the same parents, why me? And you get those questions, and you just be like, man. So do what you do. Take your time for you. Always, 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 always take time for you. Every day. Not once a week. Every day.
Yeah. Self-care is not selfish. I think people always seem like self-care always seems so selfish. It's really not. That could be the difference between you having a nervous breakdown. It could be the difference between you getting burnout. You know, people suffering from burnout right now because they're stressed about the pandemic and stressed about their jobs and all that sort of thing. And we all have been feeling that stress. So imagine all of the regular stressors that we go through, and on top of it, we got slapped with a pandemic for the past 2 years. It has really been crazy, really crazy. Well, I'll tell you, Chantel, it's really been something. I can't even believe that it's actually going on 2 years, where 2022 has been crazy so far. But, you know, all the years that I've known you, I'll tell you guys this, you guys that are listening, like, as long as I've known Chantel, like, literally we've known each other over 30 years. From the very first day that we met. Okay, I'm going to give you a little inside scoop. Inside scoop. I know y'all love the inside scoop. Inside scoop is that then boyfriend, then became husband. Same situation for her as well. We all met in college, right? And then her husband, and then husband at the time, well, boyfriend at the time, then husband, became roommates. So that is how we met. And her husband said, yeah, my girl and my girlfriend, and, you know, we have a daughter. And we were like, oh my goodness, you know, we were like, wow, this guy has a family. Like, he has a girlfriend and a baby, you know. And then when they got married, and like, we have stayed in touch literally over 3 decades. So if we're telling our age, you can do the math yourself. But we have stayed in touch. They have been stationed in other countries because of the military, and we have stayed in touch all of these years. So this is definitely one of my very good friends. And I'm telling you, I'm glad that you're doing this business stuff, because I know it's something that you wanted to do for a long time. So I'm very proud of you for doing this, because I know it's not easy to start a business, number one. It's not easy to commit. It's not easy to get family on board. I know a lot of people get disappointed as entrepreneurs. Oh, my family is not supporting me. And sometimes they just don't know how, because people are just used to going to a 9-to-5 and getting a check. And there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes they just don't, not everybody's going to have your vision. Your vision is for you. It would be like you trying to put on somebody else's glasses. It's going to be blurry because the prescription wasn't made for you, it's made for them. So I'm glad that you're doing this. I'm glad that over 55 pounds and counting, which is amazing. And I want to let everybody know where you can find Chantel. If you go online and you go to Instagram, you can find her at get_fit_with_Chantel. So get fit with Chantel, but underscore in between each. And you'll see her little waving emoji picture on there. And definitely follow her. She posts when she's making shakes. She posts, there's going to be a lot of recipes and things on there. She posts motivation. She posts before and after photos of herself so you can actually see her progress. She is a mom, you know what I'm saying? She's a wife. She has a job. She has a business, and she is doing all of this, but she is giving to herself first, and then giving the world the rest that's left for her, because that's what you have to do in this time, okay? So self-care is not selfish. I'm very thankful to Chantel for coming on the show and talking about this and actually giving us some insight. Is there anything else that you want to tell us, especially about thyroid? What's the things that people should be looking for with thyroid? Like, can you give us a couple of things that you had going on with yourself that maybe there may be somebody listening that maybe they had some of these symptoms and maybe they should go get it checked out, but they just haven't done that? Like, what are some of the things that just give like a couple of things that was happening to you.
Sure. So one of the main things is you're very fatigued. If you are very sleepy and you don't understand why, all of a sudden you just can't stay woke. You have no energy whatsoever. Go get checked. And if you go get checked and they check your thyroid, like I said, they're going to take your blood first. That's the initial way for them to check your thyroid. And if it comes in with normal range and they say, well, it's normal range, and you're saying, but I still feel this way, request to see an endocrinologist. You can request that, because what's going to happen is it's going to keep going on and it's going to get worse, because that's what happened with me. And it got worse to the point where now the first symptom that I was having, which was being sleepy, my doctor was very good, because that was the first thing she went to was, let me check your thyroid. But because my number kept coming back in normal, there was nothing she can do. Since TRICARE formulary wouldn't let her send me anywhere with just one symptom. So as years went on, it got worse. It could have been caught and got dealt with in the beginning, where it wouldn't have even went into thyroid disease. Thyroid disease is the number one killer. No one really knows that, because it's a silent killer. Thyroid disease causes heart attacks. It's the cause of diabetes. It's the cause of high blood pressure. All that comes in with thyroid disease. It's a hormonal disease. And they don't even talk about it like that.
At all.
Just like they talk about breast cancer. Breast cancer is really big in women too, because it's coming out more. Ovarian cancer, that's starting to come out more. But now they need to come out with thyroid disease, because you got Hashimoto's, you got Graves' disease, that's the worst one.
Why?
You got hypo and hyper, and then you got hypo. And there's other type of offset of the thyroid disease and things it causes. And I was lucky I have the hypo and I don't have it as worse as a lot of other people that I've talked to. I'm in a lot of thyroid groups where they give me pointers and ideas of other things to try or do when I have certain symptoms. But I've learned for myself, for me, exercising keeps me from having to deal with the onset out. And I started developing a lot of joint pain also before I started working out. And I was like, nah, at 40-some years old, I'm not going to be sitting here hurting and can't walk because of this disease. It's not about to take over my body. And you got to take your body back. You got to take your life back. It's basically what you got to do after you done gave it to your kids or your family.
That's actually a great thing to end on right there. You have to take yourself back, take your life back, your body back, your power back, because you do that, and then you can really pour into your family the way that you need to, but in a healthy kind of way. Well, honestly, thank you so much. And I learned a lot about this, because I didn't really know that much about thyroid disease. I've definitely heard of it, and I've definitely heard of Hashimoto's and Graves' disease. Actually, we have someone in my family that has Graves' disease, so I've heard of it, but I don't even know all these details. So I'm definitely... So you guys, Google thyroid disease. January is Thyroid Disease Awareness Month, So definitely Google that and learn more about it and ask your doctor about it. And if you have had any of these symptoms, definitely pursue it. Don't just, let it slide. Because, as you get older, it's harder to come out of things as you get older. As you get older, it's harder to lose weight. It's harder to do a lot of things. Yeah, well, thank you so much, Chantel, for coming on and giving us this insight for this. Definitely good luck with the business, Get Fit with Chantel. What's an email address that people can email you if they have questions about your fitness journey and working with you?
It's getfitwithchantel, CHANTEL. I'm sorry for not spelling my name. At Gmail.
Okay, so getfitwithchantel@gmail.com. We'll also put it in the description of this audio podcast. Well, again, thank you guys for tuning in to the Queen's Lair. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. We do these segments called Elevation Entrepreneur every so often, where we talk to budding entrepreneurs and seasoned entrepreneurs about their entrepreneurship journey and how they got started and a little bit of their backstory. So again, thanks to Chantel Lankford for coming through from Get Fit with Chantel. And if you want to contact me, feel free to do so. I'm on Instagram. I'm on all socials, but Instagram is my most active, at Onyx Queen Media. And if you want to email me, because I am doing topics that I'm taking from the general public, if you want me to cover a specific topic and make a podcast out of that topic, feel free to email me with hello@onyxqueenmedia.com. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.